Good morning, Gemini. Now, I don't know why I have the urge to say this, but I want to say, hello, Gemini, you little tinkers. So maybe somebody calls you a little tinker. Perhaps somebody used to call you that when you were a child. Perhaps you call other people that. Perhaps there's something to do with tinkering with you for a moment, like tinctures. Perhaps, yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually, because I did have this almost like. I don't know, the energy that's coming through for you, Gemini. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that milk and honey card, because it's almost like this real kind of like in the moment, being in the moment, very, very relaxed, very chilled out energy. And it's very sensual as well. It's like really like savoring the moment of things, or really kind of it's like they're telling me luxurious and showing me a bath, like taking long, luxurious hot baths, or um, like the really savoring the taste of food. It's almost like if you go for a meal, it's like you could go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, right? But the food quality is not going to be that good. It might be tasty, you might eat a lot of it, but it's not like that real kind of hit in the spot kind of thing, where this is more like you've gone to kind of some kind of restaurant where it's like a 5-star Michelin chef. I don't know how many stars people can have. Does it go up to 5? Does it go up to 6? I don't know. It's like this like amazing chef, or maybe you just know someone who's a really good cook, but it's like they've made you something and it's just a really small portion, but they've done it so perfectly, and you put it in your mouth and it's like heaven in your mouth. This is kind of what's coming through. Yeah. I don't know, I'm making myself like an extra big coffee today because it's like I need to do that, Gemini, in your energy. I need to kind of find that sweetness, that texture, the pleasure. And it's like the pleasure in the everyday simple things, right? It's like, where can you find the pleasure where you are now? And it's almost like, sorry, I need to drink some coffee now that I've picked it up. Something was coming to do with the voice as well, like a real kind of yeah, that came through with Alicia Keys. There was 2 adverts when I was randomizing songs for you on Spotify. One of the adverts was one of them was like Halloween. Yeah, no, it's something to do with the voice. Are you going on The Voice? It's a TV show, right? I'm getting lots of stuff through The Voice because I've got a note here. There was an advert for Alicia Keys's Love Looks Better, I think it was called, song. I haven't listened to it yet, but I've made a note, sexy voice, because her voice was very, very sexy in that advert. And then I've just realised now that the other advert was something about Halloween. I didn't really pay too much attention, but I did note that it was the guy from What We Do in the Shadows. Now I cannot think of his name right now, but he has got an amazing voice. It's Laszlo. If you look up Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows, he was in the It Crowd as well. But he's got this amazing voice. It's like such an iconic like voice. He does a lot of like voiceover work, commercials and things like this, because his voice is so like instantly kind of like so unique. Yeah, they're showing me as well. I think he did. It was on the BBC. It was like a short comedy documentary, and I think the one I'm thinking of was actually called Ghosts. But it was really silly. And what they're showing me is like I think it's like a jellyfish or a squid, and he's sort of trying to say that they're ghosts. It's so silly, but you may want to look that up. I'm just going to make a note to see if I can find it and put it in the description for you. I don't know, maybe some of you are just preparing for Halloween, right? But there is something to do with voices, the voice, because I've also got one of the songs that came through kind of channeled was Blue Jeans by Lana Del Rey. I've had it stuck in my head just all morning, all evening. Yeah. You may have a really good voice, right? This may be something that you've not even like realized before. It might be like, oh, actually, do you know you have this talent? This might be an opportunity for you to do something with your voice. You may be a really good singer, or you may just be kind of like enjoying somebody's voice, or perhaps certain singers. It's kind of like this really sultry kind of vibrational. That's what it is. It's the vibration of either this voice or this music, because I've got some builders doing some work outside, and they're quite noisy. They're not bothering me. They're quite fun and entertaining actually. But they've been playing quite loud rave music this morning, sort of as I was setting up. I think they've stopped it now. Yeah, and as I'm saying that, there's a car going past, and I can feel the vibration in the floor. So yeah, there's something to do with vibrations with you, Gemini. But yeah, this like ravey music that was on, it was almost like it was like when you listen to music underwater. Because I've got double glazing, I kind of shut my window tight, but I could still sort of hear it pulsating, like the pulsating music. Yeah, it's like really, really like listening to music underwater. Perhaps some of you have been doing that. Um, but it's like it's very earthy. It's very almost like tribal in a way, and the way it's coming through, it's kind of like it's like quite a strong Kundalini energy, of that kind of um, connecting with something that's kind of like natural and like primal almost. Yeah, so it's like these primal urges as well to do with like taste and texture and pleasure, really coming through for you strongly, Gemini. If that's not you, it's somebody around you. It's so strong. So what else do I have for you? Just pipping through my notes here. I shut my eyes for a moment earlier and I could see the cogs shifting again. Like it's like this kind of thing. It's like the universe aligning all the cogs, like putting everybody in the places, like setting up a chessboard so that things can move, action can take place. But the way I heard it, I call it cog shifting, but they corrected me and said stars aligning, which is interesting because one of the songs that came through for you on Spotify was um, Stars by the Cranberries. So with that song, I kind of listened to that song, and there's also Happiness by Goldfrapp was your other randomized song on Spotify. Oh, there you go. You can hear the builders now banging away. So high notes. So what's coming through with this? The lines that kind of stood out to me from these two songs. I've got the note surrender to the universe, enjoying what is. And distance, the word distance stood out for me in that Stars song. Perhaps you're connecting with somebody at a distance. But the lines that stood out were, I'll have you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. Do any of us like the way we are? And then that Happiness song by Goldfrapp, there's a line, we're all on a journey to finding the real inner you. So it's almost like this, you're doing this self-acceptance work, or you're like, it's not even like you're trying to be perfect. It's like, I'm flawed, but I love myself. I love myself for exactly who I am, because I'm unique. My flaws, my mistakes, all those times when I'm a pain in the arse, that's part of my personality. And I want somebody who's going to love me for exactly who I am. And or perhaps you're feeling this about somebody else. It's like, I can see your flaws. I can see, I know you've made all these mistakes in your life. I can see that you have a past, but I can also see why. Yeah, that I'm on it. This is it. It's like I can see why you've made those mistakes. I can understand your behavior. I can understand why you act in the way you do, and I love you for it. Even though even though you mess up, it's like I accept that about you. And it's so, yeah, it's unconditional love. It's unconditional love. And I'm feeling as well, perhaps now I went and looked at my own my daily horoscope on Astrology Cafe. If you go in, there's a link down in the description box below for this. You can look up your birth chart and look up your daily horoscope, which tells you the movement of the planets and how it affects you. I have a lot of Pluto energy in my chart right now. I don't normally have Pluto or Scorpionic energy in my chart, but it's so strong in my chart right now, and it's the really positive kind of Scorpionic energy. It's the protective, like, and I've been feeling this. I've been feeling this like real like sense of spiritual protection around me that's coming with all this Pluto energy in my chart, and it's like a big black wing around me. It's gorgeous, like, if I can describe the energy. But what I'm kind of getting from this for you is that you may have a lot of Venus energy in your chart right now. Like you may have a lot of like Venus, Virgo maybe as well. Venus, sort of the position of Venus in your chart right now might be making a lot of like connections with other things which may be affecting you in certain ways. So I really strongly want you to go and look up your birth chart and your horoscope, because I think there's something going on for you that's this real kind of pleasure. Maybe Leo as well. Yeah, this real pleasure. So maybe there's something going on between the Sun and Venus for you at the moment. Maybe there's some kind of connection in your chart. Yeah, so you're trying to find this happiness. It's like unconditional love. And it's like once you get that unconditional love for yourself, you're then in a position to find it from other people and share it with other people. It's like the energy is just gorgeous. Cranberries, perhaps some of you are eating cranberries. Goldfrapp. When I wrote the word Goldfrapp down, the frapp stood out to me. So again, it could be something with coffee. I got the word frappuccinos. Now I'm hearing, where's my frappuccino? It's do when I pretend it's exactly as I want it to be, like this. It's Linkin Park and Jay-Z. I don't know which song it is, but it starts with "Where's my MF Frappuccino?" So I'm gonna write that down and look it up for you, and I'll put all the songs in the description box down below. Sorry, I'm sat here and I'm going through that song. They want me to get to something. This song's important. Lying my way from you, I wanna take back my life, so let me go. I'd rather anywhere on my own. The very worst part of you is me. Something in there then for someone. I think perhaps you're leaving a situation behind. Perhaps somebody brings out the worst of you. So yeah, I'm almost seeing like two energies. Perhaps you're realizing someone brings out the worst in you, and you're kind of understanding that it's something about the connection that's doing this. This might turn into a twin flame reading, I'm not gonna lie, but then there's this other side that's like self-acceptance, surrender. I'm really getting like surrender energy. I've not even pulled any cards yet for you. Look at all we've got. Okay, what else do we have? I think I had something else. Surrender to the universe. Yep. 4 strikes and you're out. I was lighting up. I actually was kind of guided to light you 2 patchouli joss sticks, which is I do for kind of love connections, love readings. Now, if you're feeling like this isn't me, there's no love business going on in my life at the moment, just still hang on, maybe skip to the card reading. We'll see what comes out in the cards. It might be a completely different story, but this is somebody's business, so somebody needs to hear these things. Yeah, 2 patchouli joss sticks for you for this like love connection, and I used 2 matchsticks to light the joss sticks. So as I was doing it, it took me 4 goes to light these 2 matches for them to ignite. So as that happened, I heard 4 strikes and you're out. So you may be on like somebody's last chance, right? It may be like this is your 4th strike. If you mess this up, you're out. And it's almost like this kind of surrender to the universe with it, of like, I can't control other people. I can only control myself and my own actions. So I can give this person a chance, but if they mess up, then it's not meant to be. It's almost like something like this that's coming through. But on that 4th strike, when the matches lit, the flame grew really nicely. It got really, really big, really strong. It was like a slow burn as well. It was nice. It's that pleasure energy coming back in. So the 4th strike might be the one. The last song, and this was a channeled song, it was an intuitive song. It was Physical by Dua Lipa. This came through for you before I did that pick a card reading, because it came through again in the pick a card reading. So you may want to go and check that out as well. It's the video before yours. But yeah, I channeled Physical by Dua Lipa for you before I did that reading. It came through specifically for you. Okay. Oh, right. I am going to drink some more coffee. I'm going to tune into... Where's my fucking frappuccino? It's coming through again. Yeah. So it's making me laugh. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to stop giggling, and I'm going to tune into your energy, and we're going to pull some cards and find out what is the message that wants to come through for Gemini today. Back with you in just a tick. Okay, a few things as I was just tuning into the energies. I started preening in the mirror. Some of you may be looking in the mirror a lot, preening a bit. Excuse me, I need to tell you a little story that I made my hair really nice this morning, and I kind of put the effort in this morning before I took the kids to school. I kind of did my hair, like had a shower, dried my hair really straight. I kind of went for this like 70s, like middle parting sort of like what's it called when you make the top of your crown kind of a bit more fluffed up, this kind of like 70s thing going on. I kind of did my makeup, I kind of like did my eyeshadow quite like a bit darker and my lips a bit lighter, this whole like 70s sexy thing that I was trying to do. And then I took my son to school and got that fine rain like messing up my hair, so my hair is just frizzy now, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have frizzy hair for the video, but this kind of it may be a story that you've also experienced something going on for you. What else? As I do the Lord's Prayer when I'm setting up. I'm not particularly religious, it's just part of my setting up for the card reading, and I got to lead us, I'm laughing again, I got the line lead us not into temptation, and got the giggles. So whatever that means for you, and I kind of understand, because as I'm tuning in, as I'm channeling your energy, I'm not gonna lie guys, and I'm gonna whisper this, it's kind of orgasmic. Like your energy is like, yeah, real pleasure. So I understand why you're giggling about leaders not into temptation. What else? There was one more thing I had to say and I've forgotten it. So if it's meant to come back, it'll come back. Right. Oh, that got tickled on the top of my head then. That was very strange. Okay, so let's pull a card for you. Can you oh, my back's going warm. Gemini, I like your energy today, it's fun. What's going on please for Gemini? Can you give me one card please for Gemini? You'll take what you're given. You're telling me you'll take what you're given. No, great. Okay, what do you want to give to Gemini please? What do you want to give to Gemini? Oh god, we're having one of those readings. Take it, Gemini. I'm sorry, Mum. I know you watch these readings. I can't help it. Blame Gemini. Gemini, we're taking what we're given here. Oh, there he is, Archangel Michael. I like it when Archangel Michael shows in the readings. I heard it was coming through like he's the love doctor, but it was like he's the love angel. So there you go. This is the kind of reading we're in for. Diversity there. Diversifying your options, possibly looking into diversifying in some way. Right, okay. Bossy Boots universe. What do we have here? The divine physician. So we've got Jesus in our reading already. Right, behave yourselves, guys. The divine healer, the divine physician. So like I feel like this is some kind of spiritual healing we've got going on here. I'm getting sexual healing again, which I'm going to pause and write down. It's still going. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. It's like it's still playing. Clearing the way, initiation, and the court. Count Saint Germain, the scribe. Archangel Michael's here. So Archangel Michael is very, very protective. You can see here he's kind of like guiding and protecting these children. Is kind of very loving, passionate energy that will guide you if you are dealing with like love matters. Archangel Michael will kind of protect you and guide you through that, through the paths unknown, right? Perhaps you're making a choice here to choose an unknown path. Yeah, again, it's like almost like diversity. It's like you've been round. It's like you've been round and round and round and round and round on a path so many times, and you're kind of sick of seeing that same path, that same route. So it's like I did this myself this week. It's like I've not taken that route before. I wonder where it leads. And it's like this curiosity. They're giving me Alice in Wonderland of like, I'm going to go and see where that path takes me. It's this feeling of like, I don't even know if this is 100% safe, right? The path that I've gone down loads and loads of times is reassuring. This path is slightly more, it's a little bit scary. It's almost like that Halloween scariness though, of like, I kind of know that I'm safe, but because it's unfamiliar, it's like giving me this that kind of like goosebumps energy, and my heart just pulled. So yeah, I did this myself this week. I think I posted some videos on Twitter where I went for my usual walk. I like going for like long walks and I walk quickly. It's kind of like a way that I burn off extra energy or lose a bit of weight. Is I like to walk, and I kind of went to a park that I'm really familiar with, but there's one path that I always assumed leads to some houses, and I've kind of never been up it before. And then this woman, and I called her my pink rabbit because she was like this older lady, this little old lady in a full like pink velour tracksuit. She kind of like power walked or like jog / power walked up the path, and I thought, I wonder where it does lead. So it just like on a whim went up this path and I really enjoyed it. It was beautiful, so beautiful. And I was a little bit jumpy because I was like, I'm a woman on my own, like in a path that I'm not familiar with. I don't know where it's taking me. I kind of was looking behind me a little bit, but I was like, well, if that old lady in the pink went jogging up here and felt quite confident, I'm sure it's safe. And then I saw a couple of dog walkers and I felt fine again. But it's that kind of thing. It's like really enjoying this kind of new exploration energy. It could be sexual exploration. That's how it's coming through. The architect. You're the architect of your own life. The scribe, writing. Perhaps you're doing a lot of writing. My hands have gone very cold all of a sudden for some reason. Writing, reading, passing on knowledge, passing on information through words, written words, clearing the way, something to do with these paths that it's like a way has been cleared that you didn't know was an option before. This is the way it's coming through to me with my little anecdote. It's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can explore that path now. That door's open to me. That's a new opportunity, a new route. I'm going to go and have a look down that path, that way. Cool. I'm going to read I think the Divine Physician and the Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. I can't even say that. So number 6, the Divine Physician. I'm sorry, I don't mean I kind of believe I have this kind of all or nothing approach to religion, quite a humanitarian approach where it's like, well, if people believe it, it exists. If people write it, it exists because it exists in some form because people believe it. And I kind of have this idea that the universe is all one big thing anyway. Like whatever divinity is, it's in us, it's in everything, it's in all religions. But religious texts are just it's like how I'm a channel, right? I'm channeling whatever this source energy is, but I am human and I may make mistakes, because it's not, they have to give me things in a way that I can understand it in order to communicate it to you, which is why I get all these like weird like anecdotes and songs and things. It's like, well, this is how we can give you that information to get you to process it and speak it, but there's a go-between right there. There's a break in the communication. It's how I'm interpreting it. And I try and hand over so that it comes through in the best way possible, but I'm still fallible. I'm still just human. I'm not divine. So the way I see religious texts is like, well, this information has gone through an interpreter in order to get into our 3D reality, and that human interpreter is not divine, is not God, so they are fallible to some extent. They can only communicate what they can understand. I see, here we go, this is why the scribe's here, right? It's like this is like like the universe, divine energy works through us, and you have people who are musicians, who are writers, who are artists, who kind of try and translate that universal truth to people in a way that people can understand, but people can't understand something that is above us, beyond us fully. So yeah, it's like the fallibility of religion and religious text, because yes, there is divine truth in there, there's divine source. However, it's not divine, it's fallible because it's written by a human, a 3D physical person. Does that make sense? That's only my perspective, and you are more than welcome to disagree with me and have your own beliefs on how things work. But what I want to try and get out is that I respect everybody's religious beliefs. I don't think there's any right or wrong there. And however you choose to connect to source is entirely your personal journey. Yeah. Now, with that precursor, what they were giving me with this card, and I was saying it's like Jesus, right, the divine physician, what they were giving me as I was about to start reading it was Jesus take the wheel, which is a joke my daughter said when she was riding a bike, and she kind of was learning to ride a bike, and she went all wobbly, and she panicked, and she went, Jesus take the wheel. And it's something I kind of say, like, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Jesus, take the wheel. And that's actually the jokes I made when actually I started being able to channel. So, haha, jokes on me. So yeah, I'm going to make jokes, and I think that's okay. I don't think, like, I think Source isn't mad at me for making jokes. If you're mad at me, you're just a human. So, haha. The divine physician. Upright, the divine physician stands before a well, carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the I should be able to say this as a classic student, caduceus. I know that the word duc, D-U-C, means leader in Latin. Caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing. Called Dian Ket by the Celts. Again, I'm sorry that I'm mangling all these different languages. He made the mortally wounded rise again through his incantations of sacred words. This powerful eternal healing spirit walks with you at this time. The card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There's a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing. I'm going to say this is words. No, gifts. Healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open. He or she is coming. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. Remember that word, scribe, and thought, belief and feeling are key components in healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the divine physician's medical bag, so make sure they are a part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant joy can bring well-being to all. Okay, they're giving me stuff, so it was difficult to carry on reading there because I wanted to talk about what I was being given. So here you go. What is coming through for me, and I kind of was already picking up on this. You have this scribe card here, and I was talking about how divinity is passed on through music and through storytelling. There's a reason, right, that there's a reason that we have things like the Bible or the Quran, right? The written word, the power of the story. Stories are really important because they help people to understand a message. They are obviously open to interpretation, but that's a different story altogether. A different story. Puns. Also music. They're kind of showing me oral tradition. Hey yo, the oral tradition of Greek culture, where things like the Iliad, the Odyssey, were part of an oral tradition. That they weren't written down at first. It's believed that they were stories that were actually sung, and people would learn these stories kind of by rote, these songs. It's almost like hymns, right? Like if you go to church, you may learn a hymn, or these kind of like these songs that you have, if whatever religion you are, there's like divine songs, divine sounds, divine music. They're showing like bells and like singing bowls, and you know, that like the praying, is it like the morning prayers in Islam? I'm sorry that I'm not 100% the best expert at all different religions, but again, there's beauty in that. This is what I'm saying, there's beauty in it, because it's creating a connection to something that's emotional and higher, like higher, whatever that is for you. Whether you listen to rap music, right, with where's my frappuccino, whatever that is for you, it's making you feel something, and feeling something is human, and feeling something that's human is close to God. Gemini, I didn't know this was going to be your reading. What the fuck? Okay, very sweary too. Sorry for all the swears, guys. It's that Jay-Z and Linkin Park song, The Architect. So I think, Gemini, that you have an opportunity here, or a wish or an urge to create something. It's like you've discovered some kind of divine message or spiritual truth, or some kind of like, it's like you've got a story to tell, or you've got something to put out there, but it's like finding the creative route to do it. And it's like this energy is coming in to clear the way, because I think you've got something to say, whether you're an artist, a writer, a musician, a creator, like a director, whatever your format is, and it's some kind of creative format to transmute this message. And you might even not realize that it's this behind it. I think a lot of the time musicians just create a beautiful song, and then they are just in the moment, they write these words down, they kind of like put it to some beautiful music, and then the impact that song has on people, it's like they put it out into the world, and it connects with so many people on such an emotional level that it's like you know, life-changing. Literally, someone could write a song in 5 minutes and put it out there, and it will hit someone in a certain way that it's like just life-changing. It's like a light bulb moment for them, this realization, or it helps them get through a difficult time. And it's this don't under you see I'm getting like short of breath. It's like it's like I've been running. It's like this, don't underestimate what you're doing. This is what's coming through. Don't underestimate whatever it is that you're doing, Gemini. Whatever this gift is that you're putting out into the world, whatever this creative project is, don't underestimate its power, because it might seem simple to you. It might feel like you're just doing your job, but it could impact someone on a spiritual level, on a life-changing level. You could save someone's life with what you're doing. It's coming through like everything that's creative. Computer games, right? I was getting video games by Lana Del Rey quite a lot last week. The catharticism that these creative arts, these creative produce, it's been produced, right? It's a produce. Whatever this is, everyone consumes something. Everyone has things that they engage with, whether it's playing a daft game on your phone, whether it's you know, really like completing every single level and finding every secret of that game that you absolutely love, or if it's like listening to music or reading, and whatever it is you're reading, it could be anything. All these creative products that we consume help to build us as people. They add to our personality, they make us think, they change our minds, they convince, they persuade, they deter, they offer a mirror so we can look at ourselves in our own lives, so that we can make changes or go for things that we haven't experienced. It's like I never thought that university would be an option for me. I struggled like going to college, didn't understand the process very well, didn't understand the options available to me, picked a course that was terrible because I didn't have the information. But then I played a computer game called The Sims 2, which had a pack called University, and also like the kind of the first game, the Sims 2 base game, had a lot of these like Shakespeare and classical references, which obviously filtered in there. And this idea of like playing university, playing with a character who is at university, and it was an American university, so it's like very, very different to what we have in England. But like it's almost like playing it, role playing it, kind of made me understand the system a little bit more, and it made it more accessible to me. And then eventually I did go and study Shakespeare and classics at university. So thank you, The Sims, for inspiring me. But that's what I mean, like the people who made that were just making a game, right? It's like, oh, what can I call this character? I know, I'll call this character Cordelia. I'll call this character Priam. But it's that affected me. That it got into my consciousness and made a life change for me. So this is kind of what's coming through. Okay, whew. Deep breaths, coffee, moving swiftly on. Okay, pause now, go and get some more snacks and drinks, because we're in for a long one, guys. We're already 35 minutes into it, and I've got some kind of like weird philosophical tirade about making video games. Right, okay. The initiation of the just don't underestimate. That's the key message. Don't underestimate what you're doing. If you're doing something creative, if you're putting something out into the world, whatever it is you're doing, right? You could be working in an office, but something you're doing could make a huge life-changing difference to someone, and you might not even know it. So you do it. What you're doing it for a reason, and it's important whether you realize it or not. Okay. 1 and 4 makes a 5. That's a change. Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. I always think it's initiation to the court of Saint Germain, but it's not. It's Count Saint Germain, so I don't know who that is. And I'm going to burp. I'm so sorry, Count Saint Germain. I mean no disrespect. Okay, I don't know why I shouted that. Standing among the... I lost the plot again. Standing among the... Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're like really excited and giddy about whatever this is. It's like, oh my God, I've got this new opportunity. I'm going to do something. I'm going to create something. And I'm so freaking excited. And I'm burping because I'm excited. And my nerves are going. And I've got butterflies in my tummy. Butterflies I associate with you, Gemini. Again, it's butterflies are about changes. Too much stuff. Okay, calm. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the ascended master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the 4 robed people who stand before him. It's time for their initiation. The card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. My heart's going, and the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to lift you to the new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by a meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the ascended masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries, whether you know it or not. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. I was just saying that. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Oh my God, the energy. I've got goosebumps all over me. I feel like I'm going to cry. I'm so excited. It's what I was saying, it's what I was picking up on. It's like you are creating something that you don't even realize like how important it is. You're part of a divine plan. You are a chess piece or a jigsaw puzzle in this divine plan. You're doing something that is really important, and you're working with these kind of like universal energies, right? Ascended masters, angels, whatever you want to call it. You're working with the universe because the universe is channeling something through you. They want you to create something. You're doing something really important. Here you go. Here you go. And it might just affect one person, right? It might be like, I don't know, I can't think of an example. It's like, you might just reach one person, but that person might turn out to be like the President of the United States, or they might turn out to be like the Dalai Lama, or, you know, some great person. But you are like a puzzle piece in their story where you're going to make them realize something or open a door for them, right? Clearing the way. You're going to open a path for somebody, and that's going to turn into something that's huge for them. Gemini. Oh my god. Okay, I'm coming up to the 40-minute mark, so I'm just going to like stop and start again, and we're going to get some more cards for you. Hopefully, I mean, this is the first deck I've pulled from, so hopefully everything else is going to be a little bit more calm. We'll see. Back in a second. Okay, we're going to keep going. What was I just going to say though? It's something, yeah, architect. It's another person who's like a creative, right? All these different ways that you could be creative. And it might even be like you are a physician. You could be like a doctor, but it's like you're going to do something differently, and then everybody's going to do it differently, and it's going to save lives. I don't know. It could come through so many different ways. Like, obviously, all the different Geminis that are coming in, it's going to be a different way for everybody, but it's you're still all like these chess pieces on the chessboard. Okay, what else was I going to say? There was something else. I'm sorry, I've forgotten it. I need a pee now, but I'm just going to hold it. Again, it's like excited. It's like, I need a pee. I forgot to go to the toilet. Oh no! Make sure you go to the toilet if something's happening. Okay, another card, please. Then, please. Another card, then, please, for Gemini. Right? Okay. Whoops. Okay, we've got loads. The ring again. Maybe somebody's gonna. It's gonna be a telephone call for you. Ring, ring. Answer the call. Answer the call. Could be an engagement ring. Prayer. The prayers are answered. Cry me a river. The castle. The mother. I have been playing a computer game called Tell Me Why, and it's about two twins, so Gemini, maybe it's relevant to you. But the castle and the mother coming out together made me think of that computer game. So you don't have to watch the whole lot. I think one of my videos is like uncovering Mary Ann's secrets, but it involves like the mother of these two twins and a castle. So you may want to go and watch that. There may be more messages in there for you. This isn't me plugging my channel, you know, go and watch it or don't go and watch it. It's just what popped into my head. So again, there might be something there for you. It might be something for me. It's trying to make me think of something. Cry Me a River, that's a Justin Timberlake song. I'll write it down. That might be something you're saying to someone. Living on a prayer now. Yeah, songs might be important. Crossing a river, Cry Me a River. Mother Gothel, tangled, stuck in a tower. Praying to escape a situation. Pearl of Wisdom. Is that a pearl on that prayer card? No, it's like a gem, a diamond. It's like somebody coming out of the nest. Yeah, okay. So there's a nest here. So the mother and the castle kind of give me that Mother Gothel of like someone stuck in a tower. And like the nest, like protective mother. Somebody's trying to protect you by keeping you in a place. You're kind of like wanting to leave though. It's like this wanting to leave the nest, praying, like reaching out. River, 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 river. River, 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 river. Perhaps you need to cross a river. I'm getting Cry Me a River. Girl, am I everything you wanted in a man? That's good. What goes around comes around. I'm singing the wrong song. I don't know. There may be something in that song for you if you want to go and look that up. Okay, so let's pop those. So what are these two? The Fault Line and Eros. This is a card about falling through the cracks of society. It's also a card of like walking on thin ice, like knowing something is about to break. Kind of, are you going to risk? It's like if something's about to break, you might be having a breakthrough. Walking along a path where it's like you're walking on thin ice. Perhaps you feel like you're walking on thin ice or like walking on eggshells around somebody a lot. Okay, I'm leaving that there. I'm going to read this Eros card. This is the one that's standing out to me to kind of read. This diamond in a mouth here. This prayer is reaching for, you see the prayer is reaching for this kind of diamond, this gem. So you're reaching for something which I feel is like to do with this Eros card. So this is the one that I'm going to read. Eyes shut, mouth open. that was weird. I don't know why I said that. It felt weird. It felt uncomfortable. It's like, maybe it's like, I was talking about, so I'm just trying to find the page. I was talking about going to a restaurant, right? I was talking about going to a restaurant and having that thing that is like, it's like small, but it's perfect. Like tastes really, really good, but you only get a small amount of it. It's like that perfect, like ambrosia food of like something that tastes really good. But with eyes shut, mouth open, which sounds weird to me. It's almost like, this might be kind of like somebody's giving you food to taste. It's like, close your eyes, I'm going to get you to taste something and you have to guess what it is. But it feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable to shut your eyes and let someone put something in your mouth and you don't know what it is. It's like, is it going to taste nice? Is it going to be disgusting? And there's an element of trust there, but it's kind of like a riskiness. I was talking about walking up that path. It's like a path unknown. The unknown is like, you don't know what is going to be fed to you. But you kind of, eyes shut is like using your intuition, trusting your feelings. If something feels off, like, trust your feelings in that situation. Do you trust the person that's leading you down the path? Yeah, so that could be just a side message there. I don't know. Okay. Eros, lover's desire, eroticism, sensuality. Didn't I say that was the energy I was picking up on? And it's very erotic. Like, it's like wearing a blindfold and someone's feeding you really delicious food. It is very erotic, and it actually symbolizes quite well that energy that I was picking up on right at the start of the reading. My heart. My heart skips a beat. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. It's another song. So many songs coming through in your reading. Perhaps you are a musician, but it's sometimes I get like a heart pull. It's like a heart skip in readings. It's kind of a sign. I'm just gonna write down that song. Hold on. It starts with, excuse me, my heart is playing tricks on me. It's only in the quiet that I feel some release. I'm trying hard not to resist the joy. Don't listen to me, I'm being paranoid. Something in joy, my heart skips a beat. I think you're excited about something. Okay. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing. I picked up on that primal energy to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its centre. When light, passion, playfulness, sexual health. When dark, madness, projection, obsession. Go deeper. Love Sonnet 11 by Pablo Neruda. Basket of Figs by Ellen Bass. The Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, it was this playful energy, right? Can help activate Eros energy. She is also known as Kameshvari, the Empress of Desire. Plato, I read that as Pluto, which is interesting because I was talking about Pluto earlier. Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. I love it. I love it so much. Here you go. You can pause and have a read of that one yourself. Wow. It's everything that I was sort of talking about and picking up on at the start of the reading. Brilliant. You are going up there with the Divine Physician, because I'm picking up on sexual healing. Sexual healing, it's something that's good for me. Sorry, all those copyright strikes that I'm just asking for. I don't feel like that came out on purpose. That was just me making a mess. It'll come back out if it's meant to. It was the Poised card. Okay. Can you just give me like one card, please? One card from this. No, we're going to give you loads. Observer, Chaos and Conflict, Treasure Island, and Not For You on the bottom of the deck. Hate that card. I'm going to put it face down. I always feel like it's like a challenge. It's like telling someone something's not for them. Observer, Truth Be Told, Here and Now, Chaos and Conflict, Treasure Island. Okay, looking for your treasure. Like going on a treasure hunt, and I feel like the treasure hunt for you is like this kind of inner acceptance, inner knowing, being true to yourself, like figuring out exactly who you are as a human being, this treasure inside yourself. Perhaps it's like this creative gift you have as well, could be your treasure, and it's yours as well. Like an island stands alone. You alone have this gift. You're the person who can communicate this to the world. Truth be told, here and now. Now is the time. You could be solving some kind of chaos and conflict with this truth, with this gift, creativity that you're opening up to the world, because perhaps you can see this chaos and conflict for what it is, and you're like, I've got something to say about this, and it's like, yeah, it's something to do with identity. It's here and now. It's this surrender energy again of like, by the way, these are very, very well shuffled, but for some reason 32 and 33 have come out together. It's consecutive. Here and now. There could be chaos and conflict for you here and now. You're walking on thin ice. It's not always going to be this way. Don't fall through the cracks. Be true to yourself. Your true identity, accept yourself, unconditional love. Observer, I think you could be keeping an eye on something, perhaps observing this chaos and conflict, or people are keeping an eye on you and watching how you resolve this chaos and conflict. It's like maybe the universe is giving you a problem, and it's like your job to solve the problem. Yeah, with that treasure hunt, it's like they're giving it me in this way of like, it's a game, some sort of game. You're on a treasure hunt. There's chaos and conflict around you, trying to distract you from the treasure, right? That's what it's there for. It's distracting you from the goal. So yeah, all these things are sent as a test, okay? But you have your eyes on the goal. You are on the treasure hunt. You know what you have to do. So do you have the problem solving skills to keep your eyes on the goal, to keep going towards that treasure, buried treasure? Observer, you have like people watching you do this, but there's like a truth being told. It's like opening up your heart, and that doesn't even mean like expressing like love, it could be just being very, very honest and open about your truth, your emotions. Like there's a mask on this card. It's like unmasking things. Like now they're giving me like Scooby-Doo, like taking off the mask at the end. It's like the chaos and conflict is caused by all these hidden things, and it's your job to kind of uncover the truth, unmask things. But it's a game, and it might not be a game. It might be real life. But the universe is giving it you as a game. Right, okay, I'm picking up that Not For You card again. Get like breathe. I just saw breathe. And there's the poised card, right? You're poised and you're ready for this. Like, here's the game. It's coming in for you. You're poised and ready. Take deep breaths. Keep calm, because the energy is very excitable. Not for you. Not for you. I hate the not for you. I wish this was called something else. It's like not playing games. Not playing games. Like, this is like a balance. Not playing games. You're not playing games. You're being your authentic self. Could be the universe watching you. Watch for signs. Sirens are going there. Right, okay, let's try and wrap this up a little bit. I've got quite a lot of cards here. So I wanted a card for your emotional space. Yeah, feeling trapped in some way, feeling guarded, feeling trapped. in some sort of situation here, doing some reflection work and seeing where you've been trapped, seeing where you've held yourself back in life. The crows symbolize for me your thoughts, trying to figure out a way out of the situation where you're feeling trapped. And again, I had that like Rapunzel in the tower energy. Yeah, watching, like, it's like you know something is coming in for you, and you're kind of waiting for the tides to change in a situation, perhaps waiting to see a way out of this chaos and conflict. You are, it's like when that wave comes in, you're going to ride it. You know it's coming. You've made a decision. You're waiting now. You know. Was that you? What was that noise? Oh. Sorry, that was Bess, my cat, trying to cough up a hairball on my bed in a sleep. She was asleep and it was like bleh. So yeah, she's okay now. She's kind of woke up a little bit. She's stopped making those noises. Yeah, waiting for it, waiting for your ship to come in, waiting to ride that wave emotionally, feeling trapped, trying to ride some emotional wave, feeling ready, feeling ready. Again, it's kind of a bit of surrender energy there, of like you get trapped by your own thoughts, so releasing that tendency, Gemini, to overthink a situation, and just trying to ride the wave of your emotions, trying to use your intuition to kind of guide you, rather than trapping yourself in your own thoughts. Can you tell me what's going on mentally then? What's going on mentally for Gemini, please? Thank you. Yeah, Eight of Cups, you're not happy in some sort of situation. You feel like there's something missing in your life. Again, it's like kind of like, look, they're both like looking out, like watching, waiting, looking out. Cups, so again, it's emotions. It's like there's some kind of like something missing emotionally for you. You had this as well in your last reading. Some kind of void in your heart is the way it came through in your last reading. Kind of void is space. It could be that you're trying to heal something. You can see that all these cups, these symbolize relationships in your life, or different emotions in your life. They've all kind of like a bit battered, a bit bruised. They've got cracks in them. Everything's kind of like leaking. It's like everything's leaking now. Everything's broken. So you want to go on a journey. You want to go out and explore your options. You want to kind of figure things out. It's almost like this is coming through as hermit energy today, where it's like you kind of need to do a bit of soul searching. Yeah, figure things out. Sun and moon together. It's like clarity, like intuition, wanting clarity. You're wishing upon a star. Yeah, it's like sat there like reflecting. It could be some kind of like looking back at your childhood, perhaps relationships you've had since your childhood, sitting there looking at them, seeing where they're broken, seeing trying to figure out what can be repaired and what needs to be thrown away. But there is a wish here. It's like the universe is here behind you, guiding you on this journey that you have, and this is going on in your thoughts. And yeah, tower moment there on the bottom of the deck, some kind of tower moment for you. Possibly you've realised that people were wearing masks, or that a situation was masked where something happened, and you're kind of looking back at your childhood and you're seeing a situation differently because you can see it. You've got more life experience now. You can see it from different perspectives. Perhaps you kind of had a bit of a realisation about something that happened in your past. I'm hearing it wasn't your fault. That was for someone. Okay, you're realising now that something wasn't your fault. I think did that come through a bit earlier in the reading as well. And here we go, your action space. Your action space, you're coming out of this. Oh, Empress there as well on the bottom. That's expansion energy. It's kind of taking control, taking the lead in your own life. Really, really good energy. It's kind of like you've got everything going for you. You've done that reflective work. It's like you've done that hermit mode work. The Four of Swords normally depicts somebody who's lying down on a bed, and they're kind of like the processing their own thoughts. It's like they need to go to this time out because like mentally they're kind of like overstimulated. They've got a lot to process, a lot to think through, and it's kind of exhausting them. But here in this card, what I really like about this depiction is that she's past that now. She's done that she's done that thinking process, and now she's up and she's ready to take action. She's holding one of the swords. She's got it in her hand. She's ready to move. She's preparing, right? She's preparing to take action. I may get another card. Like I say, we've got the Empress there in your action space. You could be dealing with a mother. But it's expansion energy as well. It's like ready to make something grow, ready to take advantage of an opportunity. Can I get another card on the Four of Swords, please, for Gemini's action space? Thank you. Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is your energy, Gemini, actually. It's logical, it's calculating, it's a little bit deceptive. The Seven of Swords is kind of my thief in the night card. It's King of Wands here as well. Like that, there's that passion, the passion and the action driving you. I feel like that is. Yeah, so you can see that she is kind of in the shadows. You've done something, you've planned something, you've figured something out, you've planned something out. You've kind of strategized. It's almost like this. Look at how shifty he looks. He's like winking, he's smiling. He's like, yeah, no, don't worry about me. But he has his hand on his sword. He's going to take action, but perhaps he doesn't want everybody to know he's going to take action. Like circus, perhaps some of you have been to a circus recently, perhaps a wedding where there's tents. The tents seem important. Tense situation. Yeah, you're figuring your way out of a situation. They're showing me a maze. It's like you're figuring your way out of a situation. It's like a chess game. Like you're in the chess game, whether you like it or not. How are you going to move? How are you going to strategize? But don't overthink it. Don't get stuck by your own thoughts. Use your intuition in the situation. Yes. Right, okay. I don't think I need to use these packs, do I? No, okay, we're going to go to an advice card. I'm using the Muse Tarot for your advice today because it has really, really lovely messages. So they're telling me split the deck. So here we go, splitting the deck for you, Gemini. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're going to go, can I get the best advice, please, for Gemini? What's the best advice we can get for Gemini today to leave this reading? Is that the Sun? Well, you don't say that. If I could pick a card for the... If you want an advice card that's an amazing advice card, the Sun is definitely one of them. The Sun is like the happiest card in the deck. Extreme happiness. It's also a card about confidence, leadership, seeing the light, seeing the big picture. Seeing the big picture. Yeah, perhaps you need to see the big picture. Okay, the Sun. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to have a bit more coffee, I'm going to cough a couple of times because I'm going to go into storytelling mode, and we know that voices, sexy voices are important here. I don't need Phoebe's sexy phlegm, so I'm going to just pause, get sorted, and then we're going to go into your advice. 1 second. Hello Gemini, are you ready for story time with my sexy voice? The energy for you, Gemini, it's like playful, sexy. It's like, I like it. I want to do your readings all week. I like your energy. Okay, so Gemini, time for story time. The Sun card. I'm going to do it like this. I'm sorry, I'm burping now as well. I just saw 2, 2, 2, 2. Excuse me. It's like childish. It's really good energy. It's really fun. Okay. Powerful positivity and success, optimism, joy, happiness, celebration, family. Prompt, jovial rumination, good word. In a world full of sun and shadow, she always finds a speck of time to pause and to embrace the sunlight. For the sun's energy is life itself, divine energy. The will to grow and to thrive, and the ability to do so. When she slows and comes to a pause, she can reach out with her mind to greet this massive surge of positive energy. Her mind spins beautifully, peacefully, and hypnotically under its spell of geometric shapes, and full flow from the divine. It's a dance of ideas and of healing memories. Ideas and healing, isn't that the key themes from your reading today? Because, oh, how the sun can heal. She sends you a heart-filled message of happiness found and signals your forthcoming success. Expect total freedom. Be optimistic about your joy. She floats, knowing that you will experience it soon and that life is about to get a whole lot better, baby. Mandala Sun, I am your child, your healing touch, my muse. I celebrate both deep and wide, and all my joy I choose. Gemini, could you have got a lovelier card to end it on? I really enjoyed your reading today. It was really fun. Do go out and enjoy yourself. If you can't be good, be careful. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was chaos, but it was like beautiful chaos. Right, Gemini, good luck with that. Have fun, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.